Okay, I'm reviewing a game for us from last night and wanted to hit on a few things here. Hopefully this goes better this time. I screwed up the video last time. It's taking too long. But a common theme of this is kind of a lot of us like to stand in the hill. There'll be three people in the hill at once, and then we'll get swarmed and get blown up by nades, and they're hitting us from multiple angles, and we just kind of get wiped. So we need to have a better presence around when we are getting the hill. Not all of us have to be in the hill. Specifically, this A hill, I saw it a lot. Instead of everyone being in the hill, we can have kind of someone set up like this, where this person is kind of like back A, looking towards sandbags and going back towards screens, and this guy's kind of looking at big door and down to rat tunnel back and forth. And this person in the hill should always be on this pillar. And then you can peek sandbags and help, and you can peek big door and help, and kind of just go back and forth. So that's kind of a three-person setup. Sometimes a person will spawn out here too. This person can go up and look and try not to commit too hard, but look up on screens and see if they can get any shots of people hiding here that are one shot and things like that. And this goes for all the hills too. We can do the same thing. For C Hill 2, somebody can be on C Tower, one person in Hill, and then another person, like, I don't know, here to see if anybody's coming this way, and they can also get the flank on Dummy Door, and then somebody like Nest or something like that. But yeah, this goes for all hills, and we're just setting the line of defense back, so I'm not going to put the players back, but instead of our line of defense being like this, and these are all the angles we're kind of covering, all of these angles here. And this is more like, yeah, I guess this is kind of like this. But you see how and we're just holding them back. So they can't do much from here. They're going to get shot. They're going to come back. They're going to get shot here. They're going to come back. And they can't actually see the hill. If we let them get, if we let them get here, and then we let them get here, they can see into the hill. So, and then we're kind of screwed at that point. But yeah, let's get into this and see what we got here. I know we don't talk about starting strats too much, but for this one, we're kind of all staggered and doing like our own thing. Noah gets the carbine, is kind of slow to the fight here. I'm not sure if he doesn't call this out top mid, but we don't see this, and we're kind of just all taking our own 1v1s here. And what I like to do is I like to play off of for Strongholds. I like to play for B first on this map because it's very easy, and a lot of people will like not go B. Same thing with King of the Hill too. So yeah, we still should have some type of starting strat where we're just playing together, because we were all just taking 1v1s, not playing together, and that just kind of sets us up for disaster here to begin the game. Second one, not sure what the call out is here, but you are definitely going for camo, which is a smart move because you end up getting it for free. But Qualified tries to go and help me and then gets shot, and then Noah also, Abel tries to go and help me and also gets killed. Risk plays his life while Abel dies, so we're kind of staggering again. But we do end up getting camo, and now we know there's snipe there. So I think the call here is to go C. So we're pushing through C. Riss is kind of getting a little preoccupied with somebody pushing him pillars. We get help there. And now you're kind of taking up negative space there while we should be pushing C. I guess you saw both people there on pillar, so you're going back. I'm not sure what Notorious is doing here. We could be pushing up with us. You just spawned for sure, but you kind of get distracted with the people I think B, which I guess is fine too because you're keeping them preoccupied. But yeah, we're pushing C now. We know there was a guy top C. We saw him snipe. Maybe he went somewhere. Oh, he's now in yard. But as you can see here, we do have two people in hill and one tower, so we're almost there. But we need to communicate who's staying in hill and who's not. Usually the first person who gets in hill can kind of like claim it as theirs, and then the other people work around it. If you want to bump somebody out, that's fine. Hey, Alex, bump up. I got hill, and then I can kind of like push, or vice versa. But yeah, let's see how this plays out. We end up getting C. That's great. And now they're capping A. Getting kills here. We're gonna try and push push B here. So Noah ends up, I think that's his name. I hope that's your name. That's what I'm gonna call you. If it's not, I apologize. But Noah grabs Snipe. He ends up pushing B pretty hard with Snipe, and we kind of stagger push this. Then I go after him and get some shots in, and then CJ comes and kind of cleans it up. Or it comes in after and it's getting some shots. We get a pick here, and I think we need to be on the same page here because I'm thinking that, hey, we got a pick. We killed one, and then we did kill another guy earlier at C, so he's probably spawning A. We should be able to push this, especially since I think Notorious comes in and pushes through Pillar Door. So we have good damage back there, and you kind of get a different angle on these people and kind of flank. And I'm thinking that we're pushing. I think Abel's thinking that we're pushing too, but now it's only two of us pushing instead of the third with camo. So and you can push pretty hard through because you have camo. Instead, you kind of flank around here and are late to the fight, and we're already dead. And now you're come through. You do get a kill, which is great. But you're kind of late to the fight, and then Noah is in here. He just spawned. He was the first one to this fight, and then he spawns up again and then rushes B again, and it's just that staggered pushing. We're taking 2v1s or 3v1s and stuff like that, so not great. We need to communicate this a little bit better and push together. Yeah. So I'm gonna fast forward a little bit here because I think you're just trying to stay alive to let people get here. Somebody saws you drop bottom mid or seen you. I end up helping you, getting a kill, and then I end up dying too because we're just a little too early to the push. So I think we end up going 4 dead here, and I think, yeah, so this is kind of no. Okay, yeah. So we push here and we're going through A, and we kind of split a little bit here with bottom mid. We get one. Risk is running away. You kind of jump into hill here pretty quickly without having a second person there. You also don't check sandbags, which is kind of a common theme and why I brought that up at the beginning. But yeah, we get here. You're playing your life well. Helping you, and now we kind of split up here when we should be playing together. You're also one shot, and you go run out in the open here and run into basically 2 players, so you're done. Now I'm kind of by myself too, and I push a little too aggressively, and somebody gets behind me, and then we kind of go 4 down here, so all 4 of us are dead. So I'm gonna change it up and go to risk here. So we're spawning. CJ, you're bottom mid, which is great. I'm gonna get with you bottom mid. This is our first real push, but it kind of gets screwed up because Risk gets stuck here. Obviously, there's nothing he can do about that. And then Abel kind of runs around and chases this guy and gets killed by 2 people, which isn't great. But whatever, it is what it is. The push is kind of screwed up anyway, and we kind of go 4 down again. So Risk, you're first up. I'm gonna switch over to myself. So now we're taking oh, actually I think I should be okay. So I'm on wrist right now. Let's go. All right, so he's first up, and look at this. We have 3 people coming this direction and 1 person top mid. Oh, Risk is top mid, I think. No, Complex is top mid. You draw bottom mid. But yeah, we're going through here, and we know that there are people top mid, and we kind of just jump in the hill here. We do have 3 people here, so we are pushing together. It would be better timed if we're all peeking this at the same time. Notice too how I take the outside route. So just a little safer than being right here. But yeah, we go in and look what happens. We have people top mid and now in the hill as well, because I think they saw us as well from top mid, and we kind of just get collapsed on here. And the guy with camo snipe ends up taking our heads off. And also too, Risk, when you get in here in this hill, you yeah, just isolate. I think that might have been a bad note. Check out sandbags, jumping, camo snipe. Yeah. So if we can just isolate these angles too, because I think when you jump up here, that's what it is. When you jump up here, you jump very close, and now you're getting yeah, I guess it doesn't really matter. I was gonna say isolate your angle from this guy here, but or this guy. So we got to isolate from one of these angles. That's why we hug this pillar, or we go around back A so we can check this. But yeah, it ends up going. We got our heads taken off by snipe, and then we go 3 dead. I'm gonna switch to myself on this one. Okay, so this is kind of our next push here. We do the same thing. Let's see, Risk is up there, and I think, yep, CJ spawns right behind us. Risk does a very good job of playing top mid here. Oh, that's one thing that I wanted to bring up, actually. Let me go back here. I think it's on this push. Where are we, CJ? No, it's not on this push. I lied. Went back for nothing. Okay. Speed up. So yeah, we're pushing in. Same idea here. We're pushing through. Able goes straight into hill. And there's camo in hill. We know he's there. So we go and push him. And you see how we're like separating, kind of taking different angles. And we get 2 back in the hill, but I'm pushing out and taking up more space. So if anybody is coming, you know, we can push. I would like myself to be a little bit further back there, or even on that pillar to have some coverage right there. But we know they're out there because Risk is doing a great job of holding these guys off. So I'm going to back up a little bit here. But he's basically, look how sneaky he's playing this back here instead of where, you know, in that vent or something, because like he can stay top mid and keep getting shots and instead of having to force drop down vent. So he's just sitting here and he's not letting them come here. So now we know he's there. They're here. So now I'm pushing up 2, and we're kind of getting a pinch on these guys. You get shot from top mid or from C. But yeah, we end up pitching these guys, and then look at that, we get B. So that was a great play there. All right, let's switch over to Abel now, wherever he is. Okay. We're here. Okay. So now the play is to probably go C. Oh, dang it. All right, so we're going C now. We're pushing up here. So it's a 2. And we know that they're in A right now, so we shouldn't be going A. I make a big mistake, and I go A instead of pushing C with you guys. But I think you guys end up killing this guy anyway, because there's only one guy. We're pinching him. Or no, we don't pinch him, but we end up killing him. We definitely need to be helping out here. Instead of getting hill, we know that there's a guy there. We need to clear him first before we jump in this hill. And you could have very easily dropped mud, and we pinched him because we should be calling out that he's elbow. But yeah, we end up getting this hill. It ends up working out. And then we're going to stay on Abel for a while here. So I don't know if I followed my rule or not. Probably didn't, but I know that there's a lot going on over there in A. Or I'm sorry, in C. So I jump in hill. And now we're pushing this out together. And we're starting to think about coming out here. Oh, this is this push. So yeah, we do okay here. We're all 4 here, but we give up a lot of easy deaths here. Actually, let's go back to Risk real quick, because Risk makes a really good play on this. So he goes here, go here. He notices that B is getting capped. So he turns around, he gets a perfect on them. You did your job. Let us know, because we know that they're also capping C and that there's a lot on C. At least we should, because we just died there. So you should be calling out to us, hey, their B looks to be clear, or I killed 1 B. Nobody's capping. Can you reset? Instead of you going out here and resetting, because imagine if you were here while all of this was going down. Instead, you come here. And look, CJ, you know, basically resets it at the same time you do. So we're trying to fight these guys here. Imagine if you are pillar door and then we are pushing out here and we have a better line of defense. Because I think the push was to go B, but you're already you know, far out, and have a good, you know, setting a good perimeter around that. But then, yeah, look, we kind of spam here. Abel kind of runs out into the middle. CJ does as well. So we kind of, you know, just all get wiped here. And then I spam as well, running out into the middle. So all four of us kind of spam here. We got the hill, but, you know, we could have played that a little bit better. Staying around back B, risk probably staying in pillars, knowing that, hey, we're pushing from here too. We don't need to retract and get back towards the hill. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, we can also bait the hill here, for sure. All right, so we spawn A here, and Risk does a good job on waiting on his teammate. Okay, so yeah, who am I following? I'm following Abel. So yeah, Risk does a good job. He's first up. He does a good job of waiting on Notorious here, and then some of us spawn A. We're top mid. They get all the way to C for free. They hop in C while we're distracting them top mid. I'm pretty sure CJ ran out top mid here, and there was a guy ratting on that A box. And then I went to try and help him, and you know, we ended up getting killed because that guy was ratting, and there was a guy top mid. But we are distracting them from C, which is good, I guess. But we could have probably played a little bit more of a perimeter route and played that a little bit better. But yeah, okay, now 5-13, we're going to CJ. And we cross streams here, so let's see, fast forward. Okay, we spawn here, and we cross streams, so Notorious is coming away, and we're going into C. And then we kind of like keep going. So we need to pick away. CJ, I want to call this on you. You need to probably get with Notorious. But either way, it's fine as long as we're doing, you know, what we should be doing, or doing the same thing. Camo's also up in 10 seconds, and we already do have C, and we're kind of like backtracking here. But yeah, Abel sneaks through Turbine. You're going top mid here, and we're all playing for A, which is really good. So notice here how Risk was playing like back more when coming through top mid, and you're kind of just like flying through. And we end up getting shot on the side, and you end up doing a good job of living up here, but imagine if you just sat up there. This is the time where, imagine if you just sat right here and you waited for people. You know that we're going to go and jump in A. You know that this area is clear, and you can tell us that, hey, top mid is clear, jump straight into A, or, you know, whatever it might be. And if you just sit here and wait, look at these people. We're going to get into A, and then you're going to be shooting these people in the side and in the back, and while we're getting an A. And you want them to like fully commit. So you want to hide on that box, behind that box as much as you can, and you want them to fully commit till they get like right here before you start shooting them, because then they're screwed, because they're getting shot in both directions, from behind and in front. But yeah, I think this does still end up working out. But yeah, so we do a good job of playing our lives here and cutting off all angles, and we just out mechanic them because we do shoot better than them for sure. But yeah, then you go to the next hill. You're already thinking about the next hill, which is great, and you get into B. Let's switch over to Risk here for the next play. All right. So we are 2 at B, and then Risk and Notorious are going bottom mid. I think they're about to go to B because that's the call, but then they hear C, that somebody gets into C, and we're spawning them C. We know that they're at C. So you guys do make a good decision of going to C and going together, and we're catch this guy off guard. And we end up killing him. The only thing I'm going to nitpick here is you take this beat down, which you probably don't need to take. The guy is one shot, so, you know, back, and you are full shield. So back down, or maybe one shot, whatever it may be. But yeah, just don't take this beat down. You guys are 2 here. Keep your distance. You can pinch him somehow and, you know, get the kill without taking down the beat down. Yeah, so that's all I have for that. And then we're going to switch over to me. Okay. And then we clear B, and then the team spawns A because we will have both B and C. I'm sorry, B and A and B done. So we know that they're in A, and they're also capping it. So we're pushing here hard, and there only seems to be one person here. So we kind of split them back at C because I guess we cleaned them too early. But yeah, this is this is what I wanted to point out is this is why you should wait. Even though this person got the cap, like there's only one person here, so and we know that they're A, so now we're collapsing on them on A, and we get the kill. And this is why you should wait for somebody else to get in here because they gave up their position. Now they spawn by themselves, and then they died and we got A anyway. If they would have ratted here, we may not have known that they were here, and we probably would have jumped in A, and they would have gotten at least one kill, and that would have been told by their teammates spawning away from the map from them. But yeah, let's see. We do have two people in the hill, and we should be taking up space. That's on me. But yeah, we go out here, and I see a nade. Okay, so this is what happens. I go here. We're pushing. This is why random nades sometimes are bad, too. This guy throws a nade, and I call it out. I think Notorious is also calling out that he's going through Rat Tunnel, so I circle back here, too. And now it's a 2v1. You know that it's a 2v1 CJ2. Because you come back, and then you see me coming back towards you. And then we should be able to kill this guy without trading. You kind of push him, just stay up here and let me take the longer route. And I also have two nades too, so I can kill him. So just staying alive there for both of us on the last push the risk. And CJ just play your like CJ on this one too. So, but whatever, we end up killing him. We have hills, we have a double cap. And we're pushing out to see. Let's see, we're changing to able at 6:30. So right here, okay. So on this, actually, we're gonna stay on me for a second. So now we know that there's C. We're pushing C, and I see here that there's multiple people C. I saw one that was elbow, and I see two that's here. I'm like, all right, there's three guys. This is like kind of one of those pivot points that Brandon talks about. So I back down. And I try and take a different route to get through. I'm going to go and help Abel here. He ends up getting the kill, or maybe I do. But let's switch over to him. They end up dying. And now we have a pinch here too. CJ was doing a good job of distracting this guy, and I'm pretty sure he got a kill. So now they have 2 kills, and we're behind this guy. Riss is coming up to C from top mid. And then we get here. There's a guy. Look at us. All 3 of us. Getting hill, and I'm pretty sure I make a bad call here and I just communicate it incorrectly. I said, hey, we're all 3 in hill. And what does that mean? That means, okay, we need to leave the hill. So all 3 of us actually leave the hill here, which doesn't work out. I'd be like, Abel, I should say something like Abel has hill, everyone else leave, or Abel has hill, and then, we know that everyone else should be leaving. But there is a guy Dice here, and see, we all leave hill right there. They start capping B too, with Risk has a QT there, so he goes back there, which is great. And this guy drops mud. We end up getting B, and then you get shot from this guy. That is at B, but we should definitely be taking care of this guy who is by himself. We know he's by himself. But you end up leaving me. Maybe I didn't call out, hey, let's get this guy elbow or something like that. But if you pinched and would have went elbow, we probably, would just kill him a little bit easier. But I think I end up dying there. And yeah, for this next play here, yeah, so you should be with me on that. But let's go back here. And then who am I on? I'm on Able still. Okay, and like CJ just spawns, and we kind of cross streams again here. Maybe you're responding to my call out, I'm not sure, but we do no, you're going bottom mid. So we do cross streams. Maybe you're going to fight B, but now we're kind of all staggered, all in different areas fighting different things. So yeah, so let's just listen to call outs and play together a little bit better here, because now we're all over the place. Yeah, So now we're going to change over to Risk. And he's going to help at C. So we spawn Turbine, we push A. Is this the right one? No, this is not the right one. We're still on Able. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Here, we're just trying to pinch this guy, which is fine, is what it is. All right, next push. All right, we spawn Turbine, and we are going to push A here, and we straight, we jump in it too. I think we spawn here. Yeah, CJ's with you, and I think I spawn. Somebody else spawns. Yeah, back A here. So we jump straight in it, which is fine because there's nobody sandbags, but we don't know that. We need to be circling around here to get that view. Now, this is the time where I was talking about where we can be looking sandbags and one can be pushing up and through. So if we're pushing up and through, we can be right here. Oh, right here, pinching here, and then you could always dip out and go here to protect yourself. You can also just, stay here, wherever. So you'll be there. Holy Lord, he can't control this. And then Abel could be here, looking top mid, and not letting anybody push through here. And then you are here, somebody is here, and you're shooting him here, or you're shooting up here. Okay, and you're isolated from that angle when shooting up here, and when you're shooting here, you're isolated from that angle. So going back and forth. And I end up spawning up here. And I turn and I look and I'm like, oh, there's 3 people. We got that. We're fine. But this push doesn't end up working out. What I should do is I should go up on screens and hang out here and help you guys get some kills in. Because technically we don't have numbers yet. But I'm already thinking, let's go to the next play. And I'm going to go C. But I think we actually already have C. Let me see. Yeah, and we already have C, so I shouldn't be thinking that. But yeah, let's go back and see how this works out. So we're all kind of in the hill, hanging out in the hill. And we just got pinched from both angles. And I think only really 2 people. Let's see. So nobody's shooting at us yet. There's 1 person there. Nobody's there. He does good damage on you, gets you 1 shot. And then here's a second person that gets in here. Kills you. So that's only 2 people who have come into contact with us, and there was 3 of us. And then here's the third person. We get picked off by him. And then here's the third person and the 4th person who knocks us all out. So even though we kind of had numbers here, they basically just baited and switched us from both sides. But yeah, it is what it is. We'll work on that and we'll get better. All right, so next one I'm going to me. Let's go back a tiny bit. All right, so yeah, this is my bad where I should have won screens, but I run C. I end up winning this 1v1. Great, and then I'm going towards B. Abel runs top mid and should be the flanker, and us 3 are here. Okay, so where does Abel? Yeah, okay, so we're over here. We're making our B push now. Abel is running top mid. You can argue I'm a little bit too on the front, but I did get some free space here. And wait, I'm on me. So yeah, I'm getting shots in here. And then I see CJ with me, so I'm like, hell yeah, let's go. CJ, you can call out that you're with me too, I think, and I would have probably pushed a little bit harder, faster. Risk takes the same angle as us, and we kind of get trapped in back B here and kind of get cleared out, especially since Abel dies top mid, and he dies pretty easily. Instead of playing his life, I think he gets like 5s, I think. So yeah, this is gonna get real awkward for us real quick, and it does. But I think one thing that we can do here is, as the third person, whoever the third person may be, like so me and CJ at this time are pushing back and kind of pushing them back. Let's see if I can get here. And then if you stand either here or here, just so because we are pushing these guys back into like big door area. So if you just kind of stand here, or I guess here's probably better, you have a view on these guys, so you can be getting the off angle here too. So just working as a team together. So you're still with us, but you know, yeah. All right, next push is 816, and I'm switching. I'm starting with Notorious. Okay. Um, okay. Trying to remember this one. Okay, I think this is it here. Okay. Oh, okay. So basically what happens is this is your angle from before while we're pushing here. You get kind of 5-tier, a little overzealous there on your 1v1. If you did drop, you probably backsmack that guy. But yeah, so you're kind of the first up, but you're treating, so you're kind of like the first up. We're already in the fight and probably dying. It's not a bad idea to help us, but you're gonna want to help us from afar instead of like pushing up so hard. The other thing you can do is go straight C to kind of like just reset us. Hey, I'm resetting us. This fight is lost. We're waiting for the next play. And then, you know, CJ is the next one up here. So he's here and he's kind of pushing top mid. And either you're CJ are first up and you're getting with him, or I'm sorry, you're first up and you're getting a perimeter out, or you're second up and you're getting straight with him. But you're running top mid here. And you do end up dropping bottom mid, but it looks like this guy saw you. And he ends up coming here and kills you. So we're just staggering our lives even a little bit more. Okay, and then let's go to me. I'm gonna go and try and help CJ here, but I think I do. No, maybe not. I don't get a kill, but now I'm like, okay, I'm first up, so I'm waiting here for everyone. I'm playing sneaky, trying to not let anybody see me. We're coming up through here, and we start pushing into A. We end up getting a pick here. This guy is just spamming. And look at that, we have somebody top mid too. And Abel's coming in through rat door to see if he can find anybody to see. So this is beautiful. So I'm going straight in because we got our pick. And I guess Abel was getting shot from someone behind him. But yeah, all three of us again are in the same thing. Notice how we start leaving, and then I guess not notice anything really, but another guy jumps in B, sets it off, and then I come back and help. But yeah, this ends up working out really well. Look, we killed 1, 2, and then I think 3 people, and we still have 3 alive. So this was a great thing. Let's see what Complex does here, because he spawns C, he goes here, he goes top mid. He catches people in the side. So this is fine too. This is similar to like what I was talking about before, but instead of doing it for top mid, you're kind of you don't see anybody, and then you're peeking here instead of just G sliding out to A. So you did it here, which is fantastic. So you're shooting people in the back, and this is probably why this works out so well, because you're getting so much free damage shooting this guy in the side and in the back, and we get 2, and then you're already thinking about the next play. Hey, we got 2 or 3 kills. Let's go jump into B, which is beautiful. Yeah. So next play. Oh, I don't even have any notes for this play, do I? Yeah. Okay, so for this next play, I'm gonna go on mine, I guess. But yeah, so we get our play here. We do great on B, and then we're pushing C because we know they're spawning C. Notice how I get a quick and easy flank on these guys. Like I'm already preparing for it, like here, because we know they're on C. So like as you guys poke out here, I might be a little bit late, but I'm there close enough to help you guys in this fight. And we pick off 1. That guy gets a good nade, or the, but then we get 2, and that was a great 2-for-1 trade there. And now we're capping C. We know that they're A, yeah. So we're going top mid here. I'm following CJ, which isn't necessarily terrible, I guess, but maybe we should be taking Perimeter out because there's just not, this isn't a great area to be, unless you're trying to be like very, very sneaky and you're late to a fight or, you know, setting up like a mini flank because there's about to be a fight going down or something like that, like if you see us back A or something. But this area isn't the greatest kind of to be in here. I always find out we die, and but yeah, we die there. We both die there. So we kind of stagger our push there, and we end up getting all 4 down. Yeah, so we spawn up C again. We don't go together, but also too on that last fight, I think Snipe spawned like right as we died. So like if we would have just like played a little bit more sneaky, we probably could have got Snipe and the play would have been different. But we both spawn up here. CJ, you go get Snipe, and I take a perimeter route. I probably should be helping you from afar a little bit. But yeah. So you're playing your lifetime mid, you end up dropping bottom mid with Snipe. We see a guy here. Okay, notice how I don't get in the hill yet, but I still get nuked by this guy, and I'm trying to help this guy back from back A. If I do get into the hill like we normally do, I die here. I die almost immediately because I am going to be one shot from that nade, and the guy just looking right here. I have no cover like Noah does when he jumps in here. But we end up pulling my life. Oh, this is where I was talking about. This is where I wanted to talk about isolating your angle. So you jump in here, and then now you're fighting this guy, but you're also open up to big door here, so you're screwed. Just being... I didn't want to do that. So just being here, now you're isolating your angle with this guy, so this guy can't kill you, and you're more likely to survive. So just... you know, keep that in mind. So like kind of like how I'm doing, I'm isolating myself from big door, but I'm shooting top mid. So yeah, we end up winning this team fight, I think. Oh no, this is when I die. We do a decent job in this team fight. If I stay alive for one more damn second and play my life, look how much that it's capped. It's literally capped. I just have to stay in there alive for one more damn second. But it wouldn't matter because I would have died anyway, probably. But yeah, they ended up capping it there. Yeah, so also too, if we stay isolated here, rest stays isolated, we can help them out jail after we get that kill top mid, or if he even drops, we can turn, help them out jail, and then turn back here. But yeah, the rest of this is pretty straightforward, so I'm just gonna kind of, let's go on, I don't know, versus point of view here, but it's pretty straightforward, or not straightforward, but it's a decent, we do good, well the rest of the match, pushing everything, and we end up winning this. We get a trip cap here, and now it's just like, hey, we're pushing. We're also, I will say one thing, we never really set up for camo or tried to push camo. We were more concerned with the hills. But I'm sure there's things that I can pick out too of this, but you know, it's already been almost 40 minutes, so we don't want to make this last forever, and we did a good job of getting here. Yeah, so they're A, or the open hill is A, we're pushing A, we do a good job here. Nice. So I should be going C here. Oh no, I jump up scoreboard to help you guys. I remember this. A-Ball had to reload and couldn't get the kill. But yeah, we do a good job the rest of the way here. I'm just gonna kind of let it play out. Oh, he gets stuck. Nice. Kind of a little bit of a shit show here, but we've gone over a lot of the core things that we should be working on, so we don't want to make this too long. We end up clearing them, getting into A. This is a great collapse here. Oh, stay alive. No. Okay. Yeah, and then we kill both of them. It's great. And I'm spawning A. We should be pushing C. Or we have a triple cat. Where are they spawning? They haven't even jumped in a hill yet, but we're thinking they're gonna be C. So yeah, no big deal that we all died there, because guess what? We're still scoring and they're still at C. So it's gonna take them a while to get to B. But yeah, and look, oh, look at that. Who made this play? Somebody made this play. Who was it? Was it Risk? No, not. Oh, maybe it's Risk. Oh, did I go back too far? Oh, I didn't go back far enough. Terrible. I want to see who. Okay, maybe it is Risk. Yeah, it's Risk going for C, and then he realizes we all die, and then he's just gonna stay alive here. And this is where you get that squad spawn. Here is, look at this. We're all gonna spawn here, and then we're just gonna push C, even though they have C. 1, 2, and look, that's beautiful. And then we get C. Granted, they are jumping in A and B, which is fine though. But at least we're getting A, or yeah, we're getting C, and then we're able to push out. But yeah, which is great. But yeah, he had good play there, staying alive, and not giving us our position and letting us all spawn C. But yeah. All right, if you guys have any thoughts or questions or want to talk about this, let me know. Still ran a little long, 40 minutes, even though I had my notes. But let me know what you guys think, and if you guys want to talk about anything. But I guess the key points are, spreading out around the hill and not just staying in the hill, and then timing our pushes together. When we are pushing, like, don't stagger our deaths, and then whenever we're pushing into an area where we know they are or where we think we are, we're going to want to be hitting the angles at the same time. And two people running the same exact angle, one person in a similar angle or route to help them, but maybe like one route inside of the map, because the other two people are going to be on the perimeter, and make sure that third person can help them. That fourth person can be setting up a flank. Be careful top mid. Try not to go there unless you see a good opening for that, especially if you're early. Top mid is not the place to be. You're going to get found and you will probably die. But yeah, let me know if you guys have any questions, comments, and we can discuss any of this. Thanks.